As I was thinking about her story, it occurred to me that it reads almost like a hologram out of the blueprint report, because there's so many issues that we've talked about for so many years that this one woman has had to deal with. In 2008, Sarah was feeling really good about her life. She was in her early 50s. She'd raised 2 children. She had her own home, a home that she had been able to purchase herself 20 years earlier, where she had put down roots and raised a boy and a girl. In 2007, because of the recession, she lost her job, but she bounced back right away because Sarah is creative and she started her own business. She started an event planning business. And she had just been invited to do events for Barack Obama's presidential campaign. She felt like she had the world by the tail. This was going to be her big breakthrough. This was going to be her second career. And then the phone rang. It was Children, Youth, and Families. Her son had been arrested for DUI, and CYF had subsequently discovered that his partner had been drugging Sarah's 2-month-old infant son to keep him quiet. CYF was calling to find out, would Sarah take custody of him? And of course, she said yes. But that was the end of her working on Barack Obama's campaign, because now she had a 2-month-old, very sick infant who needed her care. So for 5 years, Sarah fought to keep her house and take care of her grandson, but she could never cobble together quite enough part-time work and small events to make the mortgage, and finally the bank foreclosed on her home in 2013. This home that she loved, this home that her grandson knew as the only home he had ever had. And so she called us. My grandson and I are being evicted. We have nowhere to go. We get that call every single day. It still breaks our hearts. We accepted Sarah into our program. She was a brilliant participant. We gave her rental assistance and helped her find a small apartment that would meet her needs and Matthew's needs. And we began working with her to coach her around the things that she could do to pull her finances and her life back together. And we explained to her about the mentoring friends that we would recruit from a local church to accompany her on her journey with Bridge of Hope. Sarah wasn't really excited about that idea. She said it felt like we were saying we were going to invite 6 or 8 total strangers to stick their nose in her private business. But she said she'd give it a try. And then she told me, the day I met my mentors, they completely changed my mind. We just clicked, and I grew to love every single one of them. She said the match that we made felt almost miraculous, because she discovered right away that one of her mentors was a counselor. And her now 5-year-old grandson was still dealing with some of the behavioral health issues that started when he had been given drugs at 2 months old. So this mentor was able to help her develop strategies to help Matthew manage his behavior. Another mentor had children Matthew's age. And so she would take Matthew, she would babysit, she would take him on outings with the other kids. His favorite was to go swimming. Matthew had a whole community of people around him who knew him and cared about him and whom he loved. And Sarah had friends who would take Maddie away so she could get freedom. 2 years ago, she finished the program, and she and Maddie are doing really well. He's still in therapy, but he's in public school, and she was able to get a full-time job. And then she got a promotion, and then she got another promotion. And now she's director of 2 different departments in the company that she works for, and she was able to hire another Bridge of Hope mom.